Hey, now can you hear me? I had my mic muted. I don't know why my mic was muted. Timmy, have you gotten that piece yet? I got to switch over to email and send Colonel a invite. Compose. K4. K4 Mint. Get the Colonel in here. Give him a link. Paste. Paste. Copy and paste. Best thing ever. Off Kilter Concepts. There, now everybody can hear me now. Yeah, I had the I don't know why when I plugged the webcam in, it oh yeah, I understand. USPS, I love shipping with them. I ship everything with them. But sometimes, even when I go to receive things, it says it's in my PO box and it's not my PO box. And then the next day I go back and there's a note in my PO box. I think they put it in the PO box after the fact, after they close for the day. I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy. So we've got at least one lady in the chat, 39 Double D. She's in here. Off Kilter Concepts. Blessings to you, my friend. It's good to have you here. It is delightful to have you here. I wonder what will happen if I put this magnifying glass up in front of the camera. I've never done this before. Look at that. The keyboard looks bigger now. Interesting. I've never done that before. Maybe now we can see coins better. Oh, yes. I've corresponded with Jeff. Double D, I've corresponded with Jeff quite a bit lately. He is really giving it the old college try. A.G. Ender's back. Well, you guys chat amongst yourself. I'm going to grab some water real quick. I've got my AC, my homemade AC blowing on me. It's a little warm in the garage or at the pouring bench, but I've got my, I like to drink my water out of glass bottles. I don't like using plastic. So I buy this brand tea. It is Agro Tea. Oh, somebody's here.
No, there's nobody here. It's all lies.
Tazzy!
Hey, man.
The Tat Dude, man. I tell you what, I got hooked on this show called I think it's Australia Gold Diggers.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched the entire season in a day.
Yeah. Yeah, binge watched the shit out of it. I did too, actually, when I got it. What is that you're holding? Awesome. Oh, it's gold.
Oh, this is my water bottle. I like drinking water out of glass. I don't like drinking it out of plastic.
Yeah,
so
same
this is my water bottle. I was gonna go figure, and all it is it's a tea. It's called Agro Tea. I get it at a gas station just for the bottle. I drink the tea, and then I use it to refill with water. So this is my Chat water bottle.
Yeah, there's a brand of bottled water here in Australia, and I can't remember its name, but it comes in a funky little glass bottle, and it looks a lot like that. And it's got, I think it's got water written on the side of it in silver paint or something like that.
Voss?
And yeah.
Yeah, Voss. Oh, man. Dude, Voss water is amazing. That's bottled in the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. Is that where it comes from? Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
That's some pricey water right there.
It's not that expensive. I don't know if it's called Voss. I'm not really sure what it's called, but the bottle looks just like that one, but the cap is silver, and it has silver writing on it. And it's not that expensive. I think it's like about $2 or $3 for a liter or something, but the glass bottles are really good. So
I was trying to put ice in the last bottle I had like this, and it slipped off the counter and shattered on the floor. And And so I've been without one now for a while, but I stopped at the gas station today and bought this tea just to get the bottle so I'd have, because I've been planning this chat all day. I've been excited. I really wanted to do a chat. And so
Cool banana.
A.G. Ender says he used to get something similar to that. There was something like Gatorade or vitamin water that had it. Oh, yeah, that had an E-clip on the container.
Yeah.
I remember those. But
all right, I'm gonna go and boil the jug and make a cup of coffee. I'm still here. I'm just
I'm
step out of the
gonna wait a little while. Silver Futures here. I'm gonna let some people build up. I sent out some invites. Hopefully, Mike GPO is downstairs fleecing his neighbors in card games.
Oh, God bless him.
I've got an unpackaging to do, but it's not precious metals. So
what?
I know. It's something. It's a gadget that I just love them, and I love them, and I wanted to share it with everybody. It's cell phone related, and so.
Damn it! Here I was hoping it was a 1911 with a very crisp trigger and extended magazine, but that's all right. That's fine.
Oh, that one. Oh, you're talking about Vera, and she's at work.
Oh.
Yeah, Vera's at work right now. She's
the closest I get to a handgun is watching you guys play with them.
Oh, and I've got an actual. It's kind of like one of those GoPros. I've got one that I used to shoot. I used to shoot matches and use this camera to get first-person shooter footage, but I haven't done that in forever. So, hey, friend.
My friend. I would like to see Mr. Zeke taking his Vera with a gun cam and a watermelon and some fake silver rounds, and then I'll let you figure out the rest. Back in a second.
Hey, friend, it is always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Knees in the breeze, brother. Knees in the breeze. I'm glad that you like those jump wings, that paratrooper bar. It's the only one I'm ever going to pour. So you mean that much to me, my friend. John Z Project, it's great to have you here. Yeah, I know. Everybody wants to see me shoot something to pieces. I'd have to clean up the mess out on the range, and I'm lazy, and so I just hate cleaning up messes like that. I can't imagine seeing watermelon fragments all over the place. Plus, if you want to see those kind of shenanigans, there's all kinds of goofballs on YouTube doing that. Now, I actually did think about shooting I do this little trick for when I used to teach, students. I used to shoot a business card at 10 yards. I would dump an entire mag into a business card at 10 yards just to show them that they can do it again, that they could do it, and it could be done. It wasn't a parlor trick or anything. And they hopefully by the end of the lesson, they could get at least half of the magazine on that business card. And most of them did fairly well. And so they just got good trigger control. They learned trigger control. So, but I'll be right back. I'm going to fill my bottle of water.
So who's shooting old bags with the business cards? What?
Old bags?
You said somebody was shooting old bags who had a business card.
No, I was shooting my business card at. Oh man, I miss you, Tazzy.
I was messing with you, dude. No, see, I had to take the kids to school early this morning because Roxy went up to Launceston to. Okay, Roxy's the only person who knows how to make this particular computer program work, even though she's not an expert. And the company she works for didn't send out a fucking instruction manual. Oh, I'm sorry, I used a bad word. I won't say the word instruction manual. Oh, I did it again. And what happened was, so she had to go to Launceston, which is in the north of the state, to show everybody else how the program works. And then lo and behold, some idiot got the email with the instructions and then didn't share it with anybody in the whole fucking company.
That's always, that's being a team player.
Yeah, well, she's the only one who knows how it works. So she's just got her shit together. She makes herself what do you call invaluable? No,
Yeah,
not,
that can sometimes work against you. So
yeah,
I see where
she's not making a lot of things like that, but unfortunately, it's like, well, this thing has to work. Otherwise, we can't process the pay work for all the people who have at-home daycare and all that stuff.
Right.
And a lot of people's attitudes has been, oh, well, it's not in my job description. Well, okay, if the company gets in deep shit because you can't process the pays for the people who work for you, then that's your problem. You should fix it. Not, it's not my problem.
Hey, by the way, you'll appreciate this as a fellow scooter rider. I got to watch my 14-year-old ride his 1988 Honda NX 125.
Holy shit!
He got to ride it to his first day of high school today.
Awesome sauce.
I had to follow him because he's got to be observed for 30 days. Man, we got Fail and Beach Bum's here. What's up, Beach Bum?
Oh, I should get my phone out so I can read the chat. Yeah, well, I'm assuming your boy's got, boots, gloves, helmet, jacket, that sort of shit.
Dude, he's dressed to the nines, man. He's dressed to the nines. And this bike, I got it for a steal. I got it for $750 off of Craigslist, and we've had to do very minimal things, but he bought hand guards for it. We've got a new throttle cable coming for it. So, John's making dinner.
Yeah, no, especially with something like a motorcycle safety first, because you can't.
Oh yeah.
You can't.
He got a really cool helmet. He got a helmet that the front flips up, and it's got an internal flip down set of sunglasses or a sun visor, and that's on the inside.
What brand?
Oh, dude, you're asking me too many questions. It's black.
I have a helmet just like that. The whole front comes off. I've got a visor, the whole thing.
Makes
it look like Judge Dredd when you pull down the visor and it's just you look like Judge Dredd.
Yeah, exactly. And it's awesome because his route that he takes to high school is along the lake by our house, and the speed limit's 30 miles an hour. So
that's not bad. That's 60 Ks, yeah. That's about what it is here.
And so that way he never, the bike will only do 50. I've been on it and I've had it wrapped out. It's old. It's an 88. And so the guy at the bike shop was like, man, this thing is in incredible shape for an 88. And so we just got a good deal, man. It was right place, right time. Because we've tried to find one for me so that we could ride together, but it ain't happening. Everybody's got those Groms and the Z125s that are like $3,000. And I'm not spending that on a bike that I can ride 3 months out of the year in this sweltering heat of Oklahoma.
Yeah. But that's all right. I mean, that's all right. Look, motorcycles are a lot of fun, but like whatever you do, don't do it half-assed because you're asking to get killed. So,
and I've taught him a lot of tricks. Like, if you're riding down the road and you see somebody pull up like they're going to pull out, don't watch the car, watch the wheels on the car because the wheels don't lie.
Nope, wheels don't lie. Just keep an eye out for things like car doors suddenly opening.
Yeah, exactly. He's ultra cautious when he rides. So.
Yeah, but there's I'm all for being safe while riding a bike because it's a really dangerous pastime, or form of transport. But that doesn't mean that you can't have fun on it. You can have fun on it.
Dude,
don't text people while you're riding, which I've seen, and you go.
Are you kidding me?
This guy was
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, this guy was riding a vintage, like a Honda 754 from about the 1970s, and it had all been restored. And he was wearing a motorcycle helmet from the same era and texting. And I'm just looking at him going, are you trying to get killed?
He needs to have his man card revoked.
Yeah, me think so.
That's not even studly. That's just stupid.
Well, I use the words effing followed by stupid. Yes.
Yeah. All right, Double D.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a little bit. You better come back though.
Weren't you gonna go get some water for your bottle? Go do that.
Oh yeah, I'll go do that.
All right. I'll keep him entertained. All right, what's going on, fish people? All right, I just got to bring up the live chat here on my phone so I can actually read the texts, the talking part.
All right, I'm back. I hope you didn't do too much damage.
No, I don't think I did either.
So check out this lo-fi board. I don't know if I'll get it to focus. I'm going to get my white paper here.
Nice one.
This is,
that is a nice
I've
post.
learned, well, and I'm learning that the challenge, the challenge that I'm putting on myself now is to get the top as smooth as possible, but just with that slight dimple.
Yeah.
Like the old bars did, because I can throw a torch on it and create ripples, but to get it to settle smoothly, and this is a bottom stamp bar. So on the bottom, it's got the Tree of Life with the 2.5 ounces Troy.
That's a nice one.
It's a chunky little loaf, but my real project that I'm working on is I got this mold. It's a round mold that pours like a coin. It's got a rim.
Oh, nice. So how does your, now you've got what, two size stamps? A bigger stamp and a smaller stamp, right?
Yep.
I was about to ask, how does that fit in that? And that looks like it just fits fine.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually create a side vent to pour into, and I'm going to clamp I'm going to clamp a piece of graphite to that mold so that when I pour down the side vent, it'll have a perfectly squared back and sides.
Yep. You know, okay, so that one that's got the stamp on it, you've got an outer rim and an inner rim. Now that inner rim, you could stamp, you know, individual letters. You could actually stamp around the outside edge, 999 fine silver Mr. Zeke.
Yeah, instead of stamping on the back.
Well, no, on the back you could use your tree. Oh no, you've already. Oh, actually, you could put a Tree of Life on both sides, and
dual tree.
Yeah, dual tree, double luck.
What I'm thinking is if I clamp the graphite block to the back side and pour in from the side. All right, Beach Bum, enjoy dinner. If I clamp the graphite block to the block to the back side and pour in from the side, the bottom will be perfectly flat and the sides will be perfect thickness, more like this one.
Yeah.
And then I can get crazy and side stamp.
Dun, dun, dun.
Edge lettering.
Edge lettering, yeah. Shit, yeah.
Because who doesn't love
to have
edge lettering?
Edge lettering people?
Well, they're communist. We
goddamn communist. Hey, now that amazing vintage bar that you poured the other day, I thought that was probably one of the best pieces I've seen you ever pour. But what I noticed was when you took it out of the mold, on the face of that bar, you could see the crystalline structure of the silver all over the entire face of it.
Yeah, this bar was the same
before
way
you tumbled it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty awesome. I like what you've done with that one.
I've thought about pouring one and leaving that, not polishing it, just leaving that crystalline structure on the top.
Well, I mean, you could top or tail it. I mean, you know, like one face is going to have the crystalline structure on it, and the other face you could, you know, stamp and buff and polish the crap out of. But
Yeah,
yeah, I really liked that. I saw that crystal instruction. I went, whoa, because it just looked like layers of broken glass on top of each other, like like an airbrush painting. You had different.
yeah. You
I
can't.
thought that was pretty neat.
When you see it in natural, when you take it out into the daylight, you see blues and golds and silvers, and it's amazing.
Yeah. It's like a natural. And it's almost like it's pre-toned. Is it a word, pre-toning? Anyway,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah, there you go, pre-toning. Mr. Zeke's pre-toning bars.
It's an Australian word.
It could be.
It's a pre-tone.
It's a pre-toning bar. We'll call it. We'll call it the pre-Zeke special.
I picked this up the other day to add to the little gold stack. Another Iranian gold.
One, yeah.
And I like this one. This one's another one of the ones that has the lion on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Get it to focus here.
What did that cost, if you don't mind me asking?
That was some work and a couple $100.
Okay, how? And
it's 8 point something, 8.13 grams of 90% gold.
Okay. So it's more than like a quarter ounce.
Oh yeah, because I think it works out to seven and some change.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that makes sense.
So it works out to 7 and some change grams of pure gold. And so this is my second Iranian. I have this same coin, but it has a head on the other side, and this one is known as the legend type. They were made in the same period, but one had a legend on it, which is, this is all the information about the ruler at the time. And the other one, hey, they're Savvy Metals.
Nope.
And the other one has just a picture of a person. AG Ender just joined. Hey, AG, what's going on, man?
Can you hear me?
Hey, AG, what's up, dude?
So I picked that one up. I picked up another trade bar. This is one of those Southeast refining 1 troy ounce that are a little bit bigger than a normal 1 ounce round.
What do you mean?
Got a lot of deep diameter.
Oh, diameter. Yeah.
Yeah, diameter, and it's got the scales on the back. And that one's just for trading. I know there are people out there that collect these. So,
AG Enter, yes, we can hear a child. So I guess that counts.
So I picked that one up when I was at the shop the other day.
Nice.
And let's see what else I got here. I picked up a 40% Balboa.
Oh, nice. When did they go to 40%? Was it after 1970?
This one's a 1966. Oh,
okay. Oh, it's a half.
Yeah, half Balboa. Media.
Yeah, okay.
I've got a pound because Mama's home.
Yeah, fair enough. I figured that I think that the full Balboa has remained 90% silver up until what was the mid 70s or there something like that. Oh, Zeke's muted himself. All right. Oh, okay. I just went, what? What happened?
Yeah, I wondered about that there for a second, and then realized he said that his wife was home.
Yeah, I thought he was turning his mic down, not off. So I just thought, what the?
No, I've got to mute the mic. I've got to mute the mic completely. The garage door is pretty loud. Atlantis Mint just popped into the chat side.
1974. Thank you, Silver Future. I appreciate that, good sir.
1974. What's the deal? Because this one clocked at 40%. It's a 1966.
1974 was when they were still 90% silver in the full Balboa. No, whoops, not in the half Balboa. The half Balboas were, I think they were 90% up until, again, a certain point, and then they just went, no. See, there's a 1947 Balboa in BU condition. And that's a 90%er. And the great thing about Balboa is it just says on the back, it just says, 90% silver, 26.73 grams. Like Mexican coins, but just tell you. They'll just say it. They'll just say, yeah, I'm silver.
I love the countries that put the purity right on the coin.
Well, the French do that too. The French are famous for that.
Now here's the other one. Speaking of French, this is this is Belgian. This is a 1948 100 francs, and it's 835, and it's got the four rulers on it of Belgium, and then on the back side it's got the really cool crest, and it says 100 FRKs. And so I love coins with crests. So Grenadiers in the house.
That's a Leopold I, 1851 5 franc. And that one's going to Mike GPO.
Man, Mike GPO is the trade master, dude.
Oh, well, he's got a thing for Belgian coins, and I saw this at the coin shop I usually go to, and it wasn't exactly the cheapest coin, but the detail is really amazing. And look, on the back, you can see on the back in the line in the background, there is a crosshatch, and it's in perfect nick. There's no damage to it at all whatsoever. So I looked at that and went, okay, that's like, how old is that? 1851. That's like 100 and, I don't know, 100 and something years old, and it's still in really good nick. So I picked it up.
That's a good looking coin, man.
Yeah. I'm also sending Mike one of these. That's a one pastry. Pastry. I just called it pastry. It's from 1900. That's from Indochina, and that one is 90%. And again, it's because it's French. It actually says on it 90% and tells you how much it weighs, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, those. Man, I tell you what, there's just something to coins like that. Oh, and the other thing I picked up a couple of sheets of 1 ounce melt silver. The Pan American.
Well, hey, go large or go home.
Yeah, the owner of the shop pulled these out right as I was leaving and was like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing on melt silver?" And I'm like, "Well, I've got 80 or 90 ounces." And he's like, "Well, here, take these," because he knows I like the bars because they fit in the furnace better.
Yeah.
So I added that to the stack.
Bars seem to be better with the torch also.
Yeah, he was running short on rounds, and so I took him in 2 tubes of rounds, and he gave me 4 10-ounce bars. And he knows I don't like melting 10-ounce bars. I like putting those in the permastack. So,
a friend says he'd been to Panama 3 times and he had no idea what a full Balboa was. Oh dear.
Yeah, I understand.
That would be like going to Mexico and not understanding what a Libertad was.
Well, and I've been all over the world, and it was before my coin collecting days. And now I look back and think, good grief, how many shops were there that I could have gone into and probably picked it up real cheap?
Oh, well, I mean, if you want to get a really good deal on Libertads, just go to Mexico and buy them in Mexico. As opposed to buying them through a bullion dealer or anything, it's just like, if somebody wants an Australian coin, they'll let me know and I'll go, yep, I'll go get you one because I'm here. They're all here. So, I mean, if I buy like, say, a 1937 Crown, I can get one of those for about 35 Australian dollars. Now I have
Silver.
no idea how much that.
It's hard.
I
to
have no
find
idea
them.
how much that would cost in the States, but just don't ask for 38 Chrome because they're on average about $200 a pop because they only made, I think, about 1 million of them. Whereas the 37s, they made a
Look at
gajillion
this one.
billion
I
of
found.
them.
I found this one coin roll hunting. This one is going to Mike GPO. It's a 40% Centennial $50.
Oh, nice.
It's the first one I've ever found. I've never found a 40% Centennial.
I've not ever
And-
seen one before. I've read about them, but I've never seen one.
Yep, it's going to GPO for a trade or for sale or something. He's got a little stack in my stuff that he's saving up for. So
Mm. Do you ever suspect that YouTube just exists for Mike to deal with coins?
I think so. And I'm about to ruin it right now. So I'm going to do an unboxing. And like I said, this unboxing has nothing to do. I'm going to put myself on the main screen. This has
Right.
nothing to do with silver or gold. This has to do with convenience with cell phones. So
Fairy
Good.
nuts.
there we go. Now I'm on the main screen. It is my chat, right?
Well, it is your chat. You can selfishly decide that, fuck it, I'm going to be on the main screen.
And tonight I'm going to use the Spyderco saltwater non-serrated blade. I like the saltwater Spydercos because the steel they use is actually hydrogen-based instead of carbon steel, so they're resistant to saltwater. And what I've got this phone. I picked up a Sony Xperia Z5, and I don't know why I picked it up because I just got the Samsung Galaxy S8, but I like it because it's small. But
Zeke, you bought it because it was shiny.
I bought it. I like it because it's small, and I'm trying to downsize. And so, but I have a magnetic mount in my car to mount the dashboard to. Now, I used to use these little Steelies, but
Yeah.
the problem with the Steelies was the part that goes on your phone is sticks off the back of your phone quite a bit,
Yeah.
and that annoys me. And I found a different company called, I believe it's pronounced Scotch. It's SCOCHE. And in their system, the magnet is actually the mount, and all your mounting on the back of your phone is a little steel plate. So
Yes, that would make sense.
and that way,
So essentially, it's a phone cover with a steel plate at the back.
yeah, so magic plate is what they call this portion of it. And so
Mhm.
there it is in all of its splendor. I already
yellow.
have one on my S8, and I already have it, yeah, SCOSCHE. And all this is going to be, I picked it up off of Amazon, and it was like $7, I think. And this actually has 3 different plates. These things will support up to an iPad or a tablet size device. The mounts
Nice.
will. This came with 3 different sizes.
Mhm.
There's a little tiny one here. There is a mid-size, and then there's a humongous tablet size. And I've actually used the tablet size to support a tablet on a desk mount I have. And so
Cool banana.
I'm going to go ahead and mount this live to the I started watching a channel called Unboxing Therapy, and he unboxed the, yeah, seriously, that's this guy's channel, is Unboxing Therapy, and he unboxes some of the he unboxes some pretty neat stuff. He'll do high-end stuff, and then he'll do, 3 cool gadgets for under $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's got just a neat personality. So I'm going to get this cleaning wipe out. Oh, I opened 2 cleaning wipes. Oh, well.
No.
Which I think are just out.
I just
Wait a
got
minute.
that for
Say you're going to do a live mounting.
or something.
Hi-Ho just joined us. We got Hi-Ho and JRW3. Yes, I believe Sony uses Carl Zeiss lenses, which is the other reason I got this, is it has a 23 megapixel camera in it.
Holy crap.
So I'm hoping to try some video. So I'm going to clean the back of this off just a little bit with this wipe, let it dry, and then we're going to mount the, we're going to mount this steel plate to the back. Now I will warn you, if you opt for this system, these plates are just thin steel. They will bend. The first time I tried to mount into my tablet, I bent it, and it was pretty much useless. So, see, JRW3 knows what I'm talking about. Unboxing Therapy is a cool channel. Yeah, the guy's pretty neat. He's got a really cool personality, and so you just peel, and this adhesive is actually 3M. So it's very, once you put it on, it's on. And so I'm going to put this right, I'm going to put this right over the Sony label. And that is it. That's all it is. And they recommend you wait 24 hours before you use it. I never can follow recommendations, and now this will mount to the dashboard in my car or the little flex mount I've got on my desk at work. And it doesn't add any thickness to the phone.
No, not discernibly, no.
In the hand, the phone is still just as thin as it was before, but I have that magnetic mount versus adding, where'd that steely go? Yeah, versus adding all that thickness to the phone. I don't put cases on phones because I don't like making them thicker than they are. And that's my unboxing for this evening.
See, that's my case. It's made from laser cut wood, and I got it on eBay from a company called. Oh, they're in the States. They're really cool.
Yeah, did it come in the log?
No, it came in the. This company's called Carved, and they're on eBay, and they have.
Yeah, I just watched the video. He did that. He did a video on them.
Yeah, they're great, and it comes in a recycled cardboard box with a bunch of stickers and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. But that's cherry, and it's laser cut, and so it's the whole Mayan calendar in all of its glory. And they have a billion jillion different designs, and they're like, I think with postage to Australia, it was like, I don't know, like 25 Australian dollars or something like that. It wasn't much.
I'm going to open it back up so you can show that. Okay, so I'm not the main screen anymore, so you can, if you would show that again. He did the unboxing, but his came in a log. They made the box out of a log.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's quite large, and you can see all the detail. And it's not like they don't skimp on the detail. You can see every single tiny little like hieroglyphic.
On the inside of that case, did they sign it? Oh, that's beautiful. So
the rest of it's plastic. The outside edge is hard rubber. I have actually dropped my phone a couple times, and this has stopped my phone from shattering. But the back is about a 1 millimeter thick veneer of whatever timber you want, and there's a gajillion different designs. And all it does is you just take your regular phone and you just slip it in there and pull it down, and there you go.
And that's it.
Yep. I've got an additional hard glass shatterproof case on the outside. So
yeah.
Which I've these extra glass, Gorilla Glass things, they don't cost very much, but believe me, if you've ever had a phone and you've dropped it and you looked at it and the screen is shattered, and then you go, oh, Jesus, what if I, and then you go, wait a minute, that's the armored glass. And you just peel it off like a sticker and you go, yep, right as rain. I'll go get another one.
Yep. That's
Yep.
that. Now the Sony phones come with Gorilla Glass. Their screen is Gorilla Glass.
Oh yeah, no, I mean the actual Samsung screen is actual Gorilla Glass. This is just an additional plate on top of that. So,
You can't beat.
well, if you break it, you break it. You just peel it off like a sticker, and you get another one.
Yeah. Yep. I've had it on several phones. Now I've never personally cracked the screen. But Hi-Ho had a bad signal. He must be in the bunker.
No, that'll teach you. Damn bunker.
Hiding out in the bunker.
Well, okay, my bathroom is my bunker because this is the only room in the house I can smoke in without getting in trouble, even though I'm not supposed to smoke in the house. And I've got my bunker washing system here, so if I need any clothes, if there's an emergency, zombie apocalypse, I can just, fresh socks. It's beautiful.
There is nothing.
Can't recommend it enough.
There's nothing better than fresh socks.
It's kind of a big deal, especially if you use the smell test. You go, nope, that's got to go.
That's funny. No,
yeah. That and the wife doesn't enjoy the smell of feet. And if you're trying to get amorous, the smell of feet really is a major hurdle.
Yeah, it's not one I would want to overcome.
No.
That Dorito smell.
Definitely not.
That's funny. That's funny. So what else? So you've watched that show, that Australia.
Yeah.
I watched the whole season, the first season, and man, I could not believe when that couple's Jenny got nicked and their jerry cans got nicked. I was angry.
Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, like any culture, Australia has its fair slice of assholes. And if you're, out in the bush someplace, it's just, it's almost, it's opportunist, it's opportunism. If you run across
they leave the campsite and they go out hunting on their four-wheeler, and and so they leave the campsite unattended, and it's like, man, that's gutsy in and of itself. Yeah,
seriously. I mean, you're out in the bush and somebody comes and nicks your Jenny and takes your petrol. That's a license to beat the crap out of them. That's life-threatening to do that kind of stuff. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're that far away from civilization and they take your Jenny and your petrol?
Yeah.
I mean, that could be your petrol to get back to town.
Yeah, no, that's a beating. That's a serious beating. That's what that is.
Yeah.
A beating or some gold tax. Probably gold tax. Yeah.
Oh, you know what we should do?
What?
I just had an idea. We should tone, while we're live, we should tone this coin pour.
Don't you dare. Yeah, go ahead.
Seriously?
I'm fucking with you. Go and tone it.
Okay. So you take over for a little while. I'm going to heat up the liver of sulfur and ammonia, and we're going to tone this right here live. How about that?
All right, then. Live toning. Live toning and mounting.
See, we never know what's going to happen. It's under an ounce, so odds are it'll probably get reported. It's like 0.88 ounces, Troy. So I'm going to clear a little space here, and I'm going to go heat up some liver of sulfur.
All right.
I shall be right back.
You do your bit, mister. All right, looks like I got you all for myself. Ha, ha, ha. Poor bastards. All right, let me go get a couple props, and I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm sure you can probably figure it out. Actually, hey, friend, you're in charge. Keep Savage Metals under control, please. Yeah, I know it's savvy. I just like that. All right. So now I got some props. Jesus, you know, you people are so freaking hard to entertain. All right. So let's have a look here. And I gotta close the bathroom door because there's now smoke going into the house, and well, yeah, smoke alarm, blah blah blah. Yay! All right, couple props. Ah, Jesus! All right, first most obvious one is a full-scale Captain America shield that I got, and I don't know why I did this, but being a huge comic book fan that I am, I had to have it. Now, if I was still drinking, I'd be running around the house with this thing going, "I'm the captain," but I don't drink anymore, so we won't do that. The kids love it, of course, but you know, being the big kid that I am, I can't help myself. What else? All right, here's a tiki that I'm carving. Hello, Mr. Zeke. My name is Mr. Tiki Face. This is made from King Billy pine, which is a very rare and very slow-growing pine that's endemic to Tasmania. And I'll probably, I don't know, I might even put this up for sale on the YouTube when I'm done with it. Here's another tiki that I have yet to actually carve. That tiki is that tattoo right there, which is, I think, one of the first ones that I got. I was very happy with that. Here's a Viking dragon prow head. I carved this probably about 20 years ago. It's made out of human pine. And you can see that I got all the way down inside the mouth and made a tongue and the whole thing. And oh yeah, here's that silver that I won on that live chat from A.G. Randall. I'll show you guys that one. And that's what it looks like. And to be honest with you, I really dig the big fleur-de-lis, the big logo version. These are 1.25, and it's got a little fleur-de-lis up there in the corner.
Those are.
And this is 001.
I'd like to tone one of those.
Well, I'm sure you could probably contact the man and ask him. But you don't normally see hand-poured silver in a triangle of all things.
No, I do the all-seeing eye, but that's it. That's the only triangle mold I've got.
Yeah, you know, I did suggest to him that, like, if he made, like, 5-ounce versions of this,
yeah,
it probably would sell pretty well, I reckon. But the problem with doing 5 ounces is you gotta carve the original, you know, and then you gotta buy the silver, and then you gotta melt it down. And so, I mean, it's just an idea that I had, but I mean, the reality of it is the guy's got to go through all the trouble to produce it, and then if he produces it and no one buys one,
he's stuck with a 5-ounce triangle, and the mold. A friend wants to know if you're making any boxes in the near future. While you answer that, I'm going to go ahead and tone this Tree of Life coin pour.
Awesome, dude. Let's watch that. Yeah, actually, I will be making a box in the near future out of blackwood and human pine, of course, and I'll throw it up on the YouTubes if anybody's interested in it, and yeah, we'll just see where we go. Now, you gotta tone that thing live there, Mister. Don't make me angry.
I do. I'm gonna wait till it switches over. This is 5 minutes in bleach. Does not work the same as liver of sulfur and ammonia. I've tried them both. This gets me rainbow colors. 5 minutes in bleach gets me, it's more of a blackened effect.
Yeah, I haven't liked how bleach turns out when I've done it.
No, Grenader, you cannot play with the bayonet without adult supervision. I am sorry. That's a bad idea.
You can't tell him what to do.
I can. I'm being the adult, and he's playing with a bayonet, and he's younger than I am, so therefore I get to tell him what to do. Well, this is a flamethrower, in which case you can play around that completely unsupervised inside a house. Actually, no, the opposite of that. Outside a house. There you go.
Let the air.
Well, how else are you going to get the flies out of the house?
That was close. Well, I mean, America's the only country in the world where you can legally buy and own a flamethrower, which annoys me so much because I want one. Not that I actually have any use for it. It's like hunting with a flamethrower.
With all the other laws pertaining to firearms.
A flamethrower?
Yeah. You can legally own and buy a flamethrower in the United States. You cannot do that here.
That would be a destructive device.
I know, but you can imagine going hunting with a flamethrower? It just sounds like a bad idea.
All right, let's see. There we go. So there it is with some gold and blues. It's interesting how every time you tone something, it comes out different.
Well, that's the beautiful and unique thing about it, because every time it's going to be different.
Yeah, on the spider one I did, I ended up having some gold and orange in there too.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'll get the white paper here so we get some more. I didn't get as many blues, but this piece hadn't been tumbled. So it hadn't been tumbled.
Oh, nice.
That was one I got on the Hawaii I did for somebody, the second one. I got a lot of purples on that one.
Yeah, but it did get the rim good and it did get the back good.
That is nice.
Now I really want to tone that big loaf.
Well, loaf tone then, boy. What are you talking about? Why are you wasting time flapping your gums?
Because it's been tumbled. All right, we're
So
gonna.
the finish, so the color will be different because it's been tumbled and polished. Yeah.
Yeah. So when the silver's been cleaned and tumbled and polished, it's and depending on how hot the water is, it takes the liver of sulfur differently.
Okay, so theoretically, if you finished a silver bar in, say, 240 grit and toned that, and then took a bar and finished it in 800 grit and then polished and then toned that one, I wonder what the difference would be, if any.
No idea. I'm adding
It
liver
could
of
do something
sulfur.
different based on how smooth the surface is. It may have
Yeah, that's
something
what
to
I'm
do with the residue left if you don't wash it off either.
Oh yeah, if you don't get the polishing compound off, it'll just act like a wax, like a thin wax coat, and it won't do anything.
Well, you could
Or
get
maybe
some
it will.
signs on that where if you have it covered, it doesn't tone certain areas.
That's an idea.
Actually, the polishing
Like a
compound is based on wax, and if it's in hot water, that means the wax will melt off. So the toning you get would be, yeah, as you said, it'd be weird, but I think it'd be lovely. That's just me, though.
Or
All
you
right.
put some sort of piece of tape
Bar-
on it somewhere.
Bar
like
got a
spray.
lot more color.
Oh, it's got reds in it. I can see the reds.
Yeah, the bar got a lot more color in it. The loaf, the 2.5 ounce loaf. See if I can get the light on it.
Yeah.
Tilt this towards the light. Look away from the light.
Well, yeah, because they're heat lamps and they'll hurt your eyes if you stare into them.
I can't seem to get it to focus. Focus.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
Turning what on and off?
It's a line from the IT crowd. Every
Oh.
time somebody calls the IT department, the first thing he says is, have you tried turning it on and off again?
Have you checked to make sure it's plugged in?
Yeah. Yeah. But then the questions people ask him are, he says, are you sure it's plugged in? And there's a silence. Oh, there you go.
Hey,
He just hangs up the phone.
the screen lit up. I'm going to shut that light off. Maybe that'll give us better.
Oh, that kind of reminds me of work with garage doors and the sensors for kids and pets. And have you made sure that's lined up?
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd be surprised how many calls we get that take us about 5 seconds to fix it.
Yeah.
5 seconds, $95, please.
Yeah, no, that's our cat likes to run back and forth once our cat sees the garage door symbol be, the garage door button hit, he loves to run back and forth underneath the garage door.
Yeah.
Silver Hunter, sorry we missed you. I'm getting horrible
There we
focus
go.
on my camera.
There you go.
Better focus there.
There you go. Nice.
I don't know why. Does it click? There. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the back side.
That is nice, though.
And so, but the top side's where all the color's at.
It is indeed, good sir.
The top side got reds and blues and golds, and it's like a box of Lucky Charms.
Mr. Zeke's Lucky Charm Silver Bar.
And then I wonder what happened with the edges where it had the layering.
Oh yeah, it looks like it goes from green to all the way to gold through blue and stuff as well.
Yeah, the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow. Yeah, that ad got banned pretty quickly. The Newlyweds.
I haven't.
Look it up on YouTube. It's the only Skittles ad that I know that's ever been banned.
I'm gonna throw that round back in the toning solution again. And I added some more liver of sulfur.
Okay, cool bananas.
I'm just gonna let it sit in there and get dark.
Apparently, AG Ender has done a wood poured triangle. Nice.
Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't see that one. I'll have to look it up.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Thank you,
probably
Timmy.
when I first started doing wood, because I was just doing random small shapes just to test it out.
Yeah, that was before you started. You got the states going and everything.
Yeah.
And you were having, I think you had a little bit of trouble getting the silver to get right to the tip of the triangles.
Yeah, probably a little bit. I think some of that, if I were to do one now, wouldn't be an issue since I've been doing that pretty steady for the last 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would kind of figure you'd had it down by then.
All right, let's see.
There's some other tricks I've figured out since then, especially on the bigger bars where I was getting that real big dip in the center. I found a little something that alleviates that for the most part.
That took a little bit more color.
Oh, that's really gold.
Yeah, but the center where the tree is stamped took more of a bluish tone.
Oh, awesome. All right. Not that I can afford it, but put it aside for me.
Oh man, the shipping on this would be more than the piece.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Just put it aside and then we'll figure something out and I'll I don't know. Something.
Yeah.
Words and other words.
Hey there, Sal.
They're Mr. Zeke's toning hour. I would tone a coin, but people would just go nuts. They would, hey, Salivate Metals on the side chat.
Hey, the gold.
Metal.
You tumble some 90% and then you tone it.
Yeah, that would raise all kinds of hell in the community. I would
No,
be.
not really.
I would be.
Take a bright like 21 Morgan and tone it and see what happens.
Yeah, I would lose about half my subscribers because they would, immediately I would be branded the guy that fake toned or artificially toned classic silver, and I'm just not up for that.
No. That would be like the numismatic equivalent of a swift kick in the balls.
Yeah, that just wouldn't go over well. And I like the community, and so Salivate Metals egging me on. Yeah, he's like, we'd love it.
Well,
Yeah,
he's the
sure.
one who melts down the 90% in the bars, so.
That's true. Ferdinand Montes is in the house from Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Dun dun dun.
That's Young Guns for Las Vegas.
Yeah. Last time I was in Vegas, it was still owned by the family.
I don't think it's ever changed.
Yeah.
Golly, that bar. Jeez. I can't stop staring at the colors.
That is nice.
I know it doesn't come through in the camera, but
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, it's all well and good to, I mean, even if you film in HD, like,
yeah.
you know, what you're going to see is so much different than what you're going to have when you get it in your hand. That's a huge deal. That so
It does make a difference.
oh, of course it
But
does.
can you tone a pre-toned bar? I don't know. I don't want to be, I certainly do not want to have the fury of the community come down upon me. I've made it almost 2 years and not really been on the outs, so I certainly don't want to sully my reputation for being, you know, being forthright with everybody.
Okay, what I would do is I would just do a disclaimer and say that I bear no responsibility for personal interpretation of my artwork.
I did that when I cleaned my Canadian, when I tumbled my Canadian, and and I
Think about Canadians. Canadians don't like being put in tumblers.
I still got some pretty harsh admonishment for tumbling any kind of coin. And the funny part is I just tumbled a bunch for my LCS and the customers loved it. They were like,
did it take the milk spots off when you tumbled it?
Oh no, this was 90%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they just they didn't even care that it had been cleaned because it looked like it was fresh from the mint. And they just loved it.
Put it this way: if you could take a Canadian bullion coin, 1 ounce coin that was covered in milk spots, and you threw it in a tumbler, and it came out brand new with no milk spots, everybody would do it, and nobody would give a shit at that point, because it's not going to change the weight. You know, I mean, appreciably. I mean, theoretically, if you threw something in a tumbler, how much weight would you lose? Like a quarter of a gram, a half? You know, like
not enough to register on a scale.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, you'd have
So
to
it's
have
not.
an insanely accurate scale to measure that.
I mean, it's not like you're ripping anybody off. I mean, you take a milk spotted, horrible looking POS coin, throw it in a tumbler, it comes out shiny and new, and its weight hasn't depreciated, you know, in such a way that if it was 0.001 of a gram, that is such an incredibly small amount that it wouldn't be worth arguing about.
Yeah, and especially with 90% stuff, because that's usually bought and sold by the dollar, face dollar. It's not bought and sold by weight.
Well, yeah, I mean, like in Australia, it's not uncommon to, you know, you can buy a half a kilo of florins, you know, or a half a kilo of 50-cent pieces or whatever, and it's just done by weight.
Really?
So, well, it can be.
Here too, if you get that many, where you're getting a huge pile. But if you're just going to buy $5 worth, it's face value.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, if you're buying it by you know, half a kilo or 250 grams, a quarter of a kilo, or something like that,
you know, Tomoko just commented. He said, "In all honesty, it happens all over the mints in the world." He's right.
Yeah.
If you watch the videos of how they mint coins, when they're burnishing them in stainless steel balls and media.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's absolutely spot on right.
I don't think it's gonna
spot
take
on right about that.
Unless you're using something really high grit, just media just pounds on it. It's not really taking much off.
No.
No. You know, I mean, like for media blasting, they use all kinds of things. Like, what is it? Media blasting with nutshells. What is it?
Yeah, I clean pistol brass and crushed walnut.
Well, how is crushed walnut going to remove silver?
It doesn't. It polishes.
Yeah, it couldn't possibly. It's softer. I mean, that's why the shot is stainless steel, because it's, unless you're throwing stainless steel in there, if it's any other metal, it's going to polish it. And it might take off a tiny, tiny little minuscule few strands of DNA worth of silver off of it. But
Tomoko,
yeah, I can't imagine that.
When I tumble pistol brass to clean pistol brass, I use a little bit of car wax, a little bit of mineral spirits, and crushed walnut, and the stuff comes out looking cleaner than it did from the factory.
Well, there you go.
And so, but I've never tried that on silver before. So, because I just use stainless steel media.
Sometimes I think the only way that art can evolve is when people do things that are radical and weird.
Maybe I'll tumble these toned pieces and see what it does to the toning.
What the hell?
What? Oh, hey, silver hippie. Change of subject. Segway.
Segway. Isn't that a scooter you could buy that you ride around on?
I'd love to have a Segway. I don't know what I would do with it. I don't have anywhere to go, but
Well, that's the whole point. You'll find somewhere to go.
that's very true.
I mean, it's like a Leatherman. I mean,
Okay.
it's probably the greatest tool ever invented, a Leatherman. And yet,
Here's
I
what
go
we-
out of my way to find things to use my Leatherman with.
we're gonna do it. I've been coin roll hunting. Here's a 40% Kennedy.
Yeah.
So there it goes. It's in the toning solution.
Oh, good God. You just broke the internet.
Yep. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash.
You just destroyed the YouTubes.
Yep, the silver tube community will banish me forever. There will be hate videos on me. There will be, I will be. Metals Mafia is probably going to blacklist me.
Oh,
Or put a hit on you, one or the other.
What's that?
I said they might put a hit on you too.
Yeah, there could be a hit. Okay,
There
so
could be a hit.
now we've got it in the toning solution. Now we're going to neutralize it in the baking soda solution and see what we came up with. Although I will say this much, the toning solution is not nearly hot enough to. You have to bring the water almost to a boil for the sulfur to really work. But let's see what it did to this. Maybe it's because it's 40%, but it doesn't look like it did a whole lot.
No.
It darkened Kennedy.
No, not a dark.
Tumbled it first and then toned it.
Yeah.
What's that?
Hey, maybe
Tumble it first and then
so it
tone
was
it.
clean.
Yeah, I should have tumbled it first, but it was here and I thought I'd give it a shot. You can
Oh, what the
definitely.
hell?
Well, it was just laying here on the bench.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Is there two things? One, in a hit between Metals Mafia and Mr. Zeke. My money's on Mr. Zeke. And two, as I recall, Pit Bullion would take bullion rounds and tone the crap out of them. So I don't see any kettle calling the pot black at that point. Oh, come on, Pitt. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay, so let's see what it looks like next to but see, now that it's out in the air, it's actually getting. Now it's got more of a vintage look to it.
Yeah, there you go. And considering that people use coins to make rings out of, I really don't see the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's not like I'm drilling a hole in it and turning it into a ring. I'm just dipping it in sulfur.
Yeah. I mean, like, I would be the first person to say, don't modify a Morgan, but turning a Morgan into a ring that you're going to wear all the time, that's kind of like, to me, that's up value. That's upscaling. You take an average crap Morgan.
If I was going to do a Morgan, I'd probably do a Carson City.
Oh, okay.
I would go all the way. I mean, I would get a Carson City. I would tumble it, then I would tone it. I would go all the way.
Well, I say that's a perfect challenge. I mean, if you want to blow $70 on a Morgan to make a ring out of it, go for it. But that's fine. I mean, if you think about it, how much money would it cost to make a handmade ring out of 925? Or I mean, it's probably going to cost you a bit anyway. You got to get the mold, you got to all that kind of stuff. So I mean, realistically, taking a existing coin and modifying it into a ring. Number one, you've always got pockets. Well, essentially, you've always got silver on you if you're wearing a Morgan ring. And two, it's just upvaluing. It's no big deal.
Salivate Metal said you could hire Boy George to tumble for you so you don't have to do all that work.
That's a good point.
Oh, my goodness. You never know what's going to happen.
Awesome, true. Yeah. Silver Hippie said Pitt's antique silver eagles are really nice. They are. I've seen pictures of them. They look absolutely brilliant. It doesn't change the value. They don't decrease in value. If anything, they go up. It's just a bullion coin, So it's, unless it's like some special edition, something blah, 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 only one of 1,000, blah, blah, blah. Go for it. What difference does it make?
We want to talk about Pitt's toning. I mean, I call it blackening, but that's just me. But I've got a whole collection of world coins. So let's have a look at these, because I am an absolute connoisseur. We'll start with it shifted here.
If you're going to tone a Balboa, I am going to punch you in the face.
Oh, tone a what?
If you're going to tone a Balboa or something like that, I'm going to punch you in the face.
No, we're going to look at Pitt Bullion's blackened collection. There's a blackened prospector.
That looks great. That looks absolutely brilliant. It's all it's done is increase the value.
The detail just pops out. Silver Saber! What's up, girl? So there's a blackened prospector.
Oh, Silver Saber. Hello. That looks great.
So now let's see what's next in the list. There is a blackened Libertad, which I think is one of the most striking of his blackened coins.
Yep. I mean, Libertads, you can get Libertads gold-plated, painted. Toned Libertad looks amazing. That's the only bullion coin that I've seen.
All those little crests.
Yeah.
All the symbols, they just off of the coin. And he can do anything but pretty much anything but a panda. We tried a panda and it did not work out.
Yeah, but then again, it's a panda.
Yeah.
I don't raid pandas. I don't particularly like pandas. I mean,
there's a
God bless them.
A black.
Yeah, we'll see. That looks good. That looks great.
And we're just getting started. Because I went on a binge. If you go back, you can find I literally went on a binge of having one of each of my world coins blackened by him. And he did just crazy work. I mean, the blackening and the way that he did it is just unbelievable. And so the detail you see, in my opinion, you see more of what the artist originally saw. Oh, and for Salivate Metal, there's a blackened Salivate Metal 1 ounce round.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Oh my goodness, it's a blackened Salivate Metal round.
Nice one.
It's, to my knowledge, the only blackened Salivate Metal round I've seen. But the element on the back just is so much easier to see.
Actually, you know what I think would look really good would be if Pitt had blackened or toned a Fortitude round.
Yeah. Now here is the Canadian Maple,
Mm-hmm.
and this one is a stunning coin.
That turned out really well. In fact, I would think that Canadian maples, it would be mandatory to blacken them to prevent.
You can see every vein in the leaf on this coin now.
Awesome.
And you can also see the radial lines so much clearer.
Yeah.
And so keep going. Let's see what's next. This is my blackened Australia. I don't know which one this is. This one is until I flip it over. Oh, this is a koala.
Yeah.
A blackened Australian koala.
Nice.
Silver Saber, can I have your Salivate Metal round blackened too? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd still blacken coins. I love them. They're my midnight collection. I call them my midnight collection. And so this one, there's your African lion.
Now
blackened.
that looks awesome.
That was midnight on the safari. That one, I had names for them all. That was midnight
nice.
safari.
Oh, he does really good work. Aren't those minted by who does those? Scottsdale. Doesn't Scottsdale do those?
The Ghost in the Darkness, right there. The
That
lion.
is nice.
Mumbai. Well, I can't remember the name of the town. So what's next? Ah, one of my favorites.
Oh, wow.
Philharmonic.
That turned out really nice.
Every single instrument is completely visible, right down to the strings on the harp.
Wow.
It will.
Yeah, see, that shows, you know, that Pitt's thinking about, you know, what can I do to, you know, how can I use my artistry on an existing product and make it a unique and different product? And that's a great example of, you know, just thinking outside the box. Like, what can I do with, you know?
I just kept sending him coins. I literally just kept sending. I'd send him 2 or 3 at a time. This was when I first started. Now there's my blackened Britannia, and I like her.
I think she looks better that way.
That's a 2014 blackened Britannia. So
Midnight on the Serengeti, says a friend.
yes,
Nice.
perfect, a friend. Midnight on the Serengeti. Just 2 animals you would not want to come into camp.
Silver Saver says, I agree with you. Blacken the maple leaf so that the get rid of the milk spots and bring out the beauty. Absolutely, I think it should be mandatory. I think if you're going to buy maples, you should mandatorily send them to Pitt Bullion to be blackened, even if it's a monster box. We got 500 of them. Send them to Pitt, and he'll blacken the lot.
Somali Elephant came out wonderful as well. I've been real thrilled with the Somali elephant. The elephants, you can see the details in the ears on the elephant.
Wow.
Once it's been blackened.
Gots to like the Oliphants.
Gots to like. So here we are with the coin that I think sparked this conversation.
Yes.
The
See, that
black,
looks much better like that.
blackened lady.
Yeah, look, you know, I mean, a lot of those bullion coins without blackening, in my opinion, the problem with bullion coins is that they're all super shiny silver, and after a while, they really do start to just blend into each other.
I'm gonna take
But
this
see that?
and see with blackening
one-
them, you can touch them and it doesn't affect them.
Yeah, oh, exactly.
So I'm gonna take this one out. So
Oh, we lost Winder.
really good close up there.
That's nice.
Yep, and the back, the crest, just really.
I'd be a lot more inclined to buy bullion if it was blackened because, like I said, the regular bullion is just all they just all bleed into each other after a while. They don't. There's nothing. You know, nothing really draws your eye. I mean, except for the Libertad, but
I'm trying to think. I think
nothing
I
really-
something else. Oh, yeah, I did there for a while. You want to see some really cool blackened coins? There is the blackened Lions, Queen's Beast Lion.
Oh, nice.
I knew I
Wow,
had.
you can really see that chain now in the background now.
Yeah.
You
it
couldn't really see it before.
that checker. The Queen's Beast, that's the lion. Next is the Griffin, blackened. And the Griffin blackened came out just marvelous as well. Not one of, I got to get it to focus here. Not one of my favorite coins. Come on,
Mhm.
focus. I got to get it to focus here. Once you see it in focus, it really is a thing of beauty. I'm going to
Yeah,
I'm going to
you
get
need to put something behind it.
yeah, I got to get a piece of
No.
white paper.
All right. While you do that, I'm going to get another cup of coffee because Daddy needs the caffeine. Back in a second.
And while he's
Dun, dun, dun.
gone, we'll see if that helps. The lighting here at the pouring bench is not the best. It's not studio quality lighting. I'd love to have there we go. I'd love to have a studio to where the video, but there's the Griffin blackened, and it really just so much more detail came out. I feel bad because Tazzy stepped away to get some coffee. I think I'll fill my water bottle real quick while he's getting coffee, and I'll leave this right here. Oh, is he back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so there's the Griffin blackened. You can see so much more detail on the well, shoot. It was in focus. Now it's out of focus. What'd you do?
I just decided to show up again.
He did. Yeah, see, now that looks good. That looks brilliant, actually.
There we go. Yep. And lastly, the dragon, the red dragon of Whale. And that's the last one they've done so far, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
They haven't done any more.
No,
There was the lion, the unicorn, the griffin, and the dragon. So there's 4, yeah.
Oh, there's a unicorn. I'm missing the unicorn. I gotta
Is
get
there?
the unicorn.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I don't think it's come out yet. The
Oh,
unicorn's
that's the one they released as a proof first.
I don't know for sure, but I know that the unicorn was one that was coming out relatively soon. I think it's the next one.
So that is my blackened coin collection.
Nice.
I decided one day that, you know, I was going to take one of each, and I even bought these very special slabs, and I
Yeah.
just haven't got around to making the Pit Bullion the Pit Bullion logo, the labels. But I was going to label them and make my own grading service for blackened coins.
There you go.
But I bought the slabs that I could open and close. So, which is the one that? What's the favorite? I want to see the lions, but I'm going to take them out and I'm going to put them up against the white sheet because it's one of my favorites. If I can open these slabs, you can open them. See you later, Salivate. Oh, he says it comes out in September or October as a bullion.
The unicorn is only out at the moment as a proof. That's from Silver Hippie. Yes, that sounds about right.
They did that one backwards. They did the proof first, which I still don't understand. So
maybe they were trying to figure out how much interest there was going to be in it. That's pretty. I like that. So, okay, here's a question. In order to blacken that, it's got to be in the solution for what, like 5 minutes or something? 2 minutes? 3 minutes?
I have no idea. I don't know how he does it. I don't know the secret behind the Pit Bullion blackening, because I've seen people blacken coins, but they don't come out looking like this. I mean,
well, I was gonna ask. I mean, are they blackened and then buffed?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
See you later, Silver Hippie.
Oh, see ya, Hippie.
I don't know how he does it, and I don't want to know, quite frankly.
I'm just a curious monkey, you know. I have to know how things work. It's just my nature.
I'm the same way, but this was one thing that I just left alone. And
yeah, fair enough.
I got these slabs from Wizard Coin Supply, and they asked me if I wanted them lockable or reopenable, and I said I want them reopenable so that I can when I got ready to label them, but I just have never got around to it. And I thought I blackened one of the angels from Pobjoy, but I didn't. I guess I didn't, because I don't see it in my box of blackened goodies.
Yeah,
like
that's
I said,
the one. That's the one group of coins that I really feel angry about having to sell. Were the Pobjoy Angels.
Yep.
Yes. Those were.
When I look at this, when I compare these two, you know, side by side, I really like the blackened better.
Yeah, so do I.
The unblackened.
Yeah.
Or the natural, I guess we should call it. I feel like the detail, there's so much more detail in the blackened. But you know, somebody collecting an original set, they wouldn't want to blacken, so I bought 2 of each.
I guess it depends on the collector, you know. I mean, like, because they're blackened, the contrast is really very different.
Exactly. That's a good way of putting it.
I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark here and suggest that after you blacken the coin, you have to, I guess, buff it in some way to bring the highlights back to silver again.
Oh, yeah, the high points.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like on that Salivate Metal, if you just left it, Salivate Metal would be in black.
Yeah.
So, but he has a very gentle touch, apparently, because he doesn't scratch the coins. There's no scratches on any of them. And as you can see, I've invested quite a bit in world coins.
Mhm.
You know, I wouldn't probably have gone past the first one if it came back all scratched up.
Okay, so a friend says, Tazzy, I watched Mike Blacken. He does buff to attractiveness, a non-word. Well, no, I'm sorry, a friend, it's a word now, blackenness.
Blackedness,
Or
yeah.
blackenness. I
That's
don't know.
a friendism.
Yeah, a friendism. Silver Saver. Yeah, rocks cut my hair. I usually end up doing like a Brad Pitt from Fury or a Kim Jong Il, depending on your point of view. It's just growing out. So it was all like super short here, and I would just stick it back. Now it sticks up, so I got to put my hat back on again. I look stupid.
All right, there's a blackened set.
That is one blackened set.
What does the bidding start at? And it includes a blackened salivate metal.
Does it come with salivate metal or just the round?
No, it comes with the actual salivate metal. He doesn't know it yet because he left the chat, but he goes.
Wait a minute, isn't that like akin to slavery or something?
No, it's indentured servitude.
Oh, okay.
That makes it okay.
Well,
you use that.
Yeah. No, not really. Yeah, indentured servitude is like one of the things that historically doesn't really get talked about a lot. But yeah, no, it was pretty awful process. It round up a bunch of people, you know, in Ireland or Scotland or, you know, and they'd ship you off to the States, and, you know, you spent 7 years paying for your trip, plus then all the expenses of keeping you. And then, you know, like, yeah, pretty awful process. Apparently,
oh, this
one of the things about the gorilla.
The gorilla.
That's definitely done by Scottsdale.
It's amazing Scottsdale Mint's doing world coins. Do I have two? I had another Congo, didn't I?
I thought you did. A man bun. Oh, good God. Look, so here's the thing about a man bun. You're not a samurai, okay? So you haven't earned a man bun.
I thought about having my malt be round blackened.
Yeah, that would look all right.
I thought that would be sick, that it would bring out all the detail in the beard and the hair. I just hadn't got around to having it done.
No, that's all right, dude.
Junius has been off the grid for a bit.
I say do it yourself.
No. I know my limits.
Okay, all right then.
I know when.
Well, yeah. See, being an alcoholic, my limit is one.
One and done.
Meaning that, yeah. Well, I did no. You know, I'm an alcoholic. I only need the one bar.
There you go. One bar.
The one bar. That was from the late great Robin Williams.
That sounds just like him.
Yeah.
Well, there we got to show, you know, magnetic backing for a phone. We got to show some blackened coins. We got to show some toning. We got to show recent pickups. I would say overall we've accomplished a lot.
I believe so, good sir. Yes.
We've got to see some old friends, some new friends. It's wonderful to have Silver Saver here.
Yeah. Good God, I have not heard from Silver Saver in quite some time.
We got a shameless promotion for AppMex.
Also true.
Via this notepad that got wet during the toning of this evening's. We've seen gold, we've seen silver. Oh, we've even seen a duck.
Yay! Hey, tone that.
No, he told me I could, but I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
I'm sending that to him shiny just like that. So one of these days. Yeah,
That's all right.
I'm saying.
Now that we've seen live toning, I just, like, what else can you tone? Can you tone a sandwich? Can you tone a
Oh my goodness. You'd have me in so much trouble.
toned popcorn?
I wonder if you
Just
can
don't eat it.
I wonder if you can tone gold.
I don't know.
I wonder if liver of sulfur affects gold.
I have no idea. You'd have to do it. Or
No,
Google it. Of course.
What I can do is I can wait until we're getting ready to dump gold, and I can borrow a gold coin from work and attempt to tone it. And that
I
way,
would just Google it first.
yeah, because
Because just in case, it's like, whatever you do not tone gold, because it will cause a catastrophic cascade failure and it will melt down of its component molecules, taking your desk with it, or something.
I can see that happening. I drop a 1/4 ounce eagle into the liver of sulfur, and it just dissolves.
Yeah, that would be horrifying.
That would be my luck, is it would just dissolve, and it would be gone. All I would have would be liquid liver of sulfur with trace elements of gold.
Yeah, or even worse, it would just transform. It would just, like, via alchemy, turn itself into silver or lead. So you've reversed alchemy something. Well,
Lead. It would turn into lead.
depleted uranium or some god awful substance. Oh, Jesus.
That would not be good.
Yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a chat. It's 9 o'clock. I've got stuff to do. I guess I shall bid you all adieu. It has been wonderful having everyone here.
All right. I'm going to talk to everybody later then.
Yeah.
And until the next time, be well, stack well, and live well in your own mind.
That was very Dalai Lama of you.
This in the moment.
These are the days of our tonings with Mr. Zeke. All right, guys.
All right. See ya.
Lots of love to everybody, and we will talk to you again when we talk to you again.
That's right.
Usually,
And not
that way.
Good night, Timmy. Good night, everybody. Good night, A Friend. Good night, Double D. Good night, JRW3. Good night, Grenader. Good night, Bear. Good night, Rat. Good night.
Good night.
Sorry,
Moon.
good night.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are.
Yes, indeed.